Tim Turnus, captain of the Imperials. Tell me, you guys were in Castor last weekend there at the Beaver Dome. How'd that go?
It's always great to play in that arena. A lot of hometown fans, a lot of Castor fans, obviously, so it was a fun night for us.
Yeah, you boys came out with a 6-1 win. Tell me, just what was the game plan going into that one?
Yeah, it's the same thing as every game. We're going to come and try to play hard, right? And that's just what we did, and came out with the 6 goals and 6-1 win. So,
yeah. Anything different tonight for Wainwright?
No, same. They're a little bit maybe deeper as a team. So I think, again, 4 lines grinding, and I think that's how we're going to win this game.
All right, well, best of luck out there tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And just want to welcome everyone to the live stream Stettler Imperials versus the Wainwright Rustlers. We are Hometown Productions and Media, and we're getting this live stream, this hockey game underway. Stettler with a 4-0-1 record. Wainwright with a 4-1 record. So only 1 point separating these teams. Should be a good one tonight. On camera again tonight is Landon. Morgan is the production assistant beside me. I'm Alex. And the game and the intro is starting soon. There's the Junior Imperial going around the ice. Always a good experience for the minor hockey players in town. All right, we're about to get this game started. In goalies tonight, it is Simon Thielman for the Imperials and Thomas Isman for the Rustlers. And of course, if I have mispronounced the goalie's name for the Rustlers, please let me know in the chat box. Puck around to the blue line, kept in by the Imperials. And collision there at the opposite blue line as the puck makes its way to Thielman, who will cover up. Far side boards. Stettler with the puck. A bit of an errant pass as Norman hadn't got there yet. And Norman gets it over. Tried to get it to Kistner. And the pass was off. And Kistner has to go into the opposite zone to try to get the puck. Dylan Houston's the one that ends up grabbing it and loses it at the blue line. Looks for a check, and that check is dodged by the Rustlers player. A chase for it now between the Rustlers and the Imperials, picked up by number 44. That's Berg sending it down the ice, but picked up by the Imperials. At the Stettler blue line into the glove of Thielman, who covers up. Scrap forward in the corner. And now the Rustlers will get it out, pushed to the side, and picked up by Kistner. Now grabbed by the Imperials. And it's Shingoose. And Stettler with the big first period goal takes a 1-0 lead. That's Walker's goal. And immediately after, it's the Rustlers getting on the board. And I should mention this first period is brought to you by Amco Electric. If it's electrical, we do it. Stettler with another chance. Off the stick of Isman. Now it's at the point for Tucker. This game 1-1 right now. After two quick goals, there's an opportunity in the front of the net. There's a shot right. A big hit on, I believe that was number 44, Berg. But a big check with 13-14 to go. And we will when we get a moment to look at that one, as that was a big save, keeping this 1-1. Another big save, making a few more as the Rustlers goaltender is holding the crease nicely. Rustlers goalie. Oh, off the helmet of the ref. Looks like he's okay. That's why we wear a bucket, folks. And shoveled out by the Rustlers. Stettler with a couple of great opportunities there. With 12:08 to go in this first period, brought to you by Amp Go Electric. Now Houston takes some contact, but flips the puck down the ice. There's a shot and covered up by Thielman. And there's that big save by Isman. An Aspen Ford replay. There's the Captain Turnus. He was interviewed before the game. Covered up by the Rustlers goalie. And about 43 of you watching the game. So thank you for tuning in to our production. As the puck goes down the ice. Two players are tied up in the corner. Nice blocker save there by Thielman as two players are scrapping away in the corner. Or at least at the near boards. That's right. Always getting into it in these hockey games. Always full of emotion. Kept in there by the Imperials. There's a shot and a save by Isman. And just a reminder, every goal that the Imperials score is presented by Boston Pizza. Scored the first one of the game, and immediately right afterward it was the Rustlers who scored. So the Imperials are trying to get back on the board on the power play. Stettler has less than a minute to go on the power play. And a good save. There's Wright down low. Passed out in front. Just missed. Stettler's back at it. Turnus behind the net. Remains in control. The shot and a save by Isman. And there's Wright with only 10 seconds left on the power play. Down to front, score! Stettler Imperials take the lead. And once again, only 1 point separates these two teams. Scottapole got it in. Now the Captain Berg for Wainwright. Back out, taken away by Dicker, who sends it down to another Wainwright player, who sends it around and kept in. They were looking to get another quick one to tie this one up, but Stettler is able to get out of their zone. Here's Leggett to the Captain Bird. And sent in to the offensive zone by Stettler. So shots are 14-5. Stettler has the early lead in this one. Back out in front. Rustlers looking to get back on the board. A save by Thielman off the glove over the net. Now Olsen with it. As a commentator, I do appreciate that the Rustlers have their names on their jerseys tonight. That's beautiful. Kicked out by Thielman. He had to be sharp on that one. Right at center ice, bats it down the ice. To about the hash marks. It's taken by the Rustlers. They give it away to the Imperials. Imperial player dodges a pretty heavy check. His right will take a shot off a player. And another shot saved by Isman. There's a kick save. Some fine goaltending by the Rustlers netminder tonight for sure. Back up top. Right. Can't get a shot off. And there's the shot. Cassidy couldn't get there just in time to create enough of a screen. And another big save by the Rustlers goaltender with just over 4 minutes to go. Shot 17-7 for Stettler. And that one out of play. There's Weeks. He sends it in. Looks like Stettler's back on the power play. Here's Houston back to the point. And he loses the puck, but a tired penalty killer sends it down the ice. Three minutes to go, an errant pass and sent down the ice by the penalty killers. Just over a minute to go on the man advantage. In this first period, brought to you by Ampco Electric. at the point for the Imperials. This power play coming to a close. And picked up by the Rustlers. Collision with Wright, who's feeling it in the back there. Captain Berg sends it up. Just a minute to go in the first period. The pass was to a changing Imperial, so it didn't work, but the Imperials end up with the puck in their possession again. Nice pass to Bardwell. Makes a move, gets around a defender to behind the net, gets down, falls down, and the pass was intercepted. Now stolen by the Imperials again. And with 13 seconds to go in the period, Dicker picks it up with 5 seconds. Picks it up again, has a chance to shoot. Gets a shot on, and it stays out. Shots are 19-8 for the Imperials. They lead 2-1, and we'll be back for the second period. This first period brought to you by Ampco Electric.
At Boston Pizza, a fast lunch doesn't have to mean fast food. Now you can get a $15 lunch served in just 20 minutes, including your choice of a main, side, and drink. That's right, lunch for $15 at your local Boston Pizza.
And we're back, folks, for the second period. Stettler's up 2-1. We did notice that the feed was a little pixely, looked a little off. So we did the old unplug, plug it back in, the HDMI on our camera, and then looks like it's more clear now. And if there's any ever problems that you notice with the stream, just, make sure to throw it in the chat box and let us know if something seems off to you. And the second period is underway. Again, Stettler with the early lead in this hockey game. And that's Houston taking a bump at around center ice. Stettler picks up the puck. And Houston can't grab that pass, but it ends up on the stick of an Imperial, and Isman has to make a good save, or at least a cover up and get a whistle. Thank you to the main sponsor of this game and every broadcast this season, Boston Pizza. Kistner with a shot from the blue line. Makes it 3-1. Now the Rustlers, they tried to get on the attack. That shot from Berg deflected out of play. Still about 43 of you watching the game tonight. Thanks again for supporting small local media and watching the game on our YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. Stettler now putting on the pressure again. Kistner's back on the ice after getting the goal. Here's Rost. Ross now circles and tries to get it in front off a stick. It lays there for a second, and Kistner able to keep it in at the blue line. Now Wainwright ships it out, and that'll go down for an icing call. Everyone keep in mind that Moonlight Madness in Stettler is coming up next Friday. Out in front, good opportunity for Stettler. Can't get the puck on net. There's a shot. Stettler couldn't get a stick on it. Back to right to Stollery. And tipped wide. Bit of a misplay there by Isman, but no harm, no foul. Now all alone was number 6, Klassen for Wainwright. And now Stettler's right gets it to Tucker, who takes a bump there. Still gets it deep into the zone, though. Couple of Rustlers, I should say, almost at Wranglers, gets a backhand shot into the glove of Thielman. And there is a penalty. It's Brower of Stettler in the box. And the Rustlers with, you might say, a pretty important power play coming up. As they're down by 2 in the second period. There's a shot saved by Thielman. Back to the point. Looking for a lane, a shot. Another good save by Thielman. And a backhand on the knees was Dicker, just over the net. Still in possession of it are the Rustlers. Chipped on net, easy save for Thielman as the puck exits the zone. Looks like Stettler is getting another penalty as Isman goes to the bench. Thielman grabs it and the whistle is blown. So it'll be a 2-man advantage for the Rustlers for 56 seconds. And Wainwright will call a timeout to get their power play all sorted out. And we'll be right back after this word from our main sponsor.
At Boston Pizza, a fast lunch doesn't have to mean fast food. Now you can get a $15 lunch served in just 20 minutes, including your choice of a main, side, and drink. That's right, lunch for $15 at your local Boston Pizza.
All right, for just under a minute, it's the Rustlers with a 2-man advantage. Let's see if they can get back in this one. Down by 2. There's a pass down low. Back to the point. And kept in by the Rustlers. Back down low, sent in front, chipped off a stick up high. The Rustlers keep it in with 17 seconds to go. Rebound. And kept in again by the Rustlers. Good play. There's Comerford, takes a hit in the corner. Stettler will kill the 2-man advantage, but they're still on the penalty kill for a minute. Thielman around the glass and out, takes a convenient skip off a stanchion, so it does clear the puck. Here's the captain, Berg, with it. Down the ice, no icing, obviously, on the power play. And Berg will go get it. Now to center ice. Still on the power play for only 10 seconds are the Rustlers. Quade Cassidy of Stettler, pass to a Rustler, intercepted and sent back into the Stettler zone, but the penalties have been killed. Stettler stays up 3-1. That pass doesn't get to Tucker. Sent down the ice. Here's a Rustlers. Can't get that pass over. Shot saved by Thilman. And Tucker flips it out. Cassidy can't get control of it. And Stettler gets it back to Kistner. Bardwell chases after it. Dicker has it for Wainwright. Everyone had to stay on side, so sent back in. Stettler with possession. Bardwell after a nice pass and a penalty. Will it be a penalty shot? So Bardwell to make it 4-1 on a penalty shot. Can he beat Isman? Maybe the first penalty shot we've seen. Here's Bardwell. Shot and a save off the stick of Isman. Goes to the corner, and it remains 3-1. Stettler still looking for more. There's Turnus. Makes a move. Holds on to the puck, and Stettler's in the slot. Can't get it on net. Back to Stollery. And right at the point. Turnus, the captain of the Imperials. We have another penalty coming. As Thielman heads to the bench, Stettler will be going on the power play. Momentarily right back to Turnus. Shot, rebound, and it's in the net. And Stettler gets their fourth of the evening. Another shot goes wide by Stettler. Oh, big save by Isman. But Stettler keeps it in at the line. That is Tyson Brower's goal from Turnus. Stettler can't get a handle on it in the slot there, but they keep it in the zone, putting on the pressure. Shots are 27-14 in favor of the Imperials now. Playing quite the hockey game up to this point. If it weren't for a couple of big stops from the Rustlers' netminder, Stettler might have a few more, as that one goes for an icing. This live stream and all live streams this season for Imperials hockey is made possible by Boston Pizza in Stettler. Shot blocked. Picked up by the Imperials, as Houston couldn't quite get a handle on it. Had to pick it up, and does. And a shot from the point gets blocked. There's, I believe it's King now over to Cassidy. To Scottapole. Shot wide. Stettler continues to put on the pressure. They definitely found their legs tonight. King has it, can't get it through. Now some very tired Rustlers are on the ice, you can tell. As Houston, nice pass to Cassidy. Cassidy couldn't quite get it in front. Scottapole picks it up. A shot off the side of the net. Crowd almost thought that was in. Crowd cheering on Stettler as they're putting on nothing but pressure. It's been at least a couple minutes in the zone, and the Rustlers netminder looking tired after that one. Right at the point after a big face-off win from the Imperials. It's in front of the net and scores. Just goes to the front of the net, and the loose puck is put in the back of the net. Stettler up 5-1. Cassidy takes a big hit there by, I believe that's number 86, Calvin Dicker. Now bodies are just flying around now, and the referee's trying to cool everyone down here. I don't know if that's entirely possible. We'll see what transpires from this and what kind of penalties are going to be given out. We got 8 likes on the video. Hey, if you like the live stream, give us a like. Maybe we'll get to 10 tonight. Let's try to get to 10 or maybe even 15 likes on the live stream with 51 of you watching the stream, at least 51 devices. And here's Stettler with the potential 2-on-1. And that pass, that saucer just out of the reach of the Imperial. And we'd love it if you were to subscribe to our YouTube channel too. Mullet. Can't get a handle on it. Feel like it's a missed opportunity that Mullet doesn't actually have a mullet. Here's Stettler to center ice. And a shot. Deflection into the mesh. So what do we got here? A Rustlers power play. After the battling in the corner. Good save by the Rustlers netminder with 7 minutes to go and 43 seconds, 44 left on the power play. A quick shout out to the guys that run the live stream for the Rustlers too, as they do a fine job. I try to catch some of those games when I see it on my YouTube feed. Houston. Whoa, just misses high glove side. Ross, oh, bouncing puck out of the zone, but now picked up by Houston. Has to turn. Cross ice pass, now down low. Picked up by Berg. Houston's there, but picked up by Berg behind the net. Over to number 4 of the Rustlers. Now Kistner has it of the Imperials. Shingoose, nice pass, shot, better save by Isman. Now picked up by Mullet. If you are watching from Wainwright, please let me know in the chat box. I'd like to know how many people are watching from those necks of the woods. And there's a shot, saved by Thielman. Shingoose will pick it up. And sent in by the Imperials. Battle for it, kept in by Tucker, who gets it in front. And now King, a shot off Mullet, back to the point. And another shot steered aside by the Rustlers goaltender. Kept in again by Stettler. Now sent down the ice for an icing call. Another fine crowd here at the Stettler Rec Center. To the far side boards, chipped out by the Rustlers. They only have 16 shots on net so far. Well, 17 now, but an easy save by Thielman. There's a shot from the point, blocked away by Thielman. Turnus now in the corner. Makes a pass to Stollery. And Stettler can't quite enter the zone. Now it was a delayed offside for a second there, but the Rustlers get it out. Now the Rustlers a shot wide. That was Fletcher of the Rustlers. And Stollery goes back to get it, and the whistle is blown. Hello to the viewers from Big Valley. Thanks for watching the stream. Walker, nice pass there to Cassidy, who charges in. There's a shot. Good blocker save there from the Rustlers goaltender. He was all over that puck. And we have a high sticking call. Now picked up by Cassidy after the face-off was won. Cassidy turns and gives it to Kistner. Charges in. It's behind the net. To the opposite corner and picked up by the Rustlers. The captain couldn't quite find Mullet. And Stettler has it now. Rost. Pass out in front. Save, Isman. Ross now back to the point. Another save by Isman. A shot just wide, might have got a piece of the glove. Back to the point, Scottapole. There's a pass, and Ross couldn't quite tip it in. And Stettler now putting on the pressure again. And there's a shot as two players going at it. It won't be a long scrap, but a good one here at the Stettler Rec Center. As the Stettler crowd cheers on the Imperial. That was Shingoose and Leggett. Shingoose from Stettler, Leggett from Wainwright. Both players off to the dressing room with 1 minute 42 to go in the period. Well, that's nice to see. We actually beat our little goal we set for likes a couple of minutes ago at 15. Now we're at 17 likes on the stream. Well, we do really appreciate it, guys. We're proud to provide a quality live stream of Imperials games, and that puck went right off the post. Rustlers goaltender might be kissing the post after this play is over. Love it when you see Dustin Wolf do that. Morgan doesn't like that beside me. She's an Oilers fan. She All right, here's the Imperials. Although the Oilers, they get a big win tonight, 6-3 over Florida. I'm sure that feels good after the last two Stanley Cup losses. Now, how's the tankathon going for the Flames? Well, they're winning tonight, 1-0. That's not good. We want them to lose. At least as a Flames fan, you want them to sit down there in the standings, because it would be pretty cool to get McKenna or Verhoff. I love the t-shirts that are coming out, Mission McKenna. It's an interesting year nonetheless. Imperials up 5-1 in this one. They're having a heck of a year themselves. Haven't lost in regulation yet. And this game's looking pretty good for them. Turnus picks it up. Now it's right. That pass just out of the reach of number 55, Stollery, I believe. And 15 seconds. Right might just pass it around and hot potato it until the period's over. Puck sent down the ice, and that'll do it for the period. Final shots on net, 36-18. Stettler, they're up 5-1 after the second period. Once again, thanks for watching our live stream, and we will be back for the third period. It's time for the shoot to win. A lucky individual here at the Stettler Rec Center will have the opportunity to shoot the puck, see if they can win some cash, which is at $750 right now. So here's the individual, a younger guy. So I guess how this works is if they miss, it'll be 1,000 next home game on December 12th. But we hope for this young man's sake that he gets it. That would help the Christmas season for sure. All right. How's the weight on that one? Oh, so close. Could not get any closer. Unfortunately, that pot will raise to 1,000 on December 12th. The third period coming up in 3 minutes. And welcome back to the Stettler Rec Center. It's third period action between Stettler and Wainwright. Stettler's up 5-1. This broadcast made possible by Stettler Boston Pizza. And again, we thank everyone for tuning in to our live stream. 22 likes. And have you subscribed yet? We're at 707 subscribers to our YouTube channel. We'd love a couple more. If you haven't done so already, please do. As the guys get ready to face off for the third period of play. Behind the net is a Rustler over to Dicker. Backhand out to center ice. And Mullet is there. That pass to Dicker gets away from him over to Thielman. Nice backhand pass by the goaltender. There's a backhand wide of the net. Scottapole makes a move inside, draws a penalty, and Stettler will be on the power play for 2 minutes. Not the usual suspect scoring the 5 goals for the Imperials. 5 different goal scorers. Walker, Piggin, Kistner, Brower, and Rabb all scoring for the Imperials. Couple names there you've heard before. But some newbies to the Imperials as well, getting on the score sheet and making a difference for this Imperials hockey team. Shots are 36-18. Cassidy has it in front, scores! Stettler with the 6-1 lead. Picked up by the Rustlers. Down by a lot now in this one. So that would be Walker's second of the night. Here's Bardwell of the Imperials. Couldn't quite grab that puck as it's sent back in by the Rustlers. Now Rost chips it forward to Turnus. Back to Bardwell. Can't get it to the front of the net. Norman sends it over to the center ice, and to the near side was Stollery. But it's in the offensive zone now, and Stettler looks to get control. Kept in by Stettler. Berg was there with Brower, and a tripping call has been made. Walker to the point. It's Rost, Stollery. Imperials on the power play. Here's Walker, passed over. Houston just couldn't get to it, but now it's picked up by Rost and intercepted by the Rustlers and sent down the ice. All right, so now 16 minutes and 50 seconds to go. And Stettler has a minute and a half to work with. Houston a shot off the blocker, I believe, of the Rustlers goaltender. Back to the point. In the high slot, a shot. It's available. Rustlers goaltender able to make the save. Half of the power play is gone. Cassidy now at his own blue line. Winds up with some speed. There's the shot, a save, a rebound, another good save, and sent out. .40 shots on net for the Imperials. The Rustlers netminder has let in 6, but still save percentage of .85. Still making a lot of saves tonight. Some really big ones too. So a lot of credit going to the Rustlers netminder. Playing a good game. Stettler's carried most of the play. Another shot over the net. And now Dicker with an opportunity. And a save from Thielman. Now picked up by the Imperials. Kistner in his own zone, off the boards and intercepted. Pushed out by Thielman. Now behind the net is the Imperial. Bardwell dumps it in. Everyone goes for a shave. Now the Rustlers enter the zone. Look to create a little bit of pressure here. Down 5 goals. Intercepted a couple of times, so Cassidy picks it up now. Cassidy takes a check, gives one back, and Houston had a chance to grab it, couldn't, and it'll be a 2-on-2. A shot into the glove of Thielman.
At Boston Pizza, a fast lunch doesn't have to mean fast food. Now you can get a $15 lunch served in just 20 minutes, including your choice of a main, side, and drink. That's right, lunch for $15 at your local Boston Pizza.
Stettler gets back on the board. 7th of the night on their 43rd shot. Another goal presented by Stettler Boston Pizza. Shots 43-20. Stettler up 7-1. And if we take a quick look at the upcoming schedule, Stettler's in Huendin, and then they're in Irma. That'll be a big game. And then back at home on December 12th against their rival, Coronation. Here's Norman, and that'll be offside because Brower couldn't get back. Almost halfway through this third period. $55 of you watching. Thanks for sticking around. Scottapole at the point. There's a shot, just wide. And Dicker chases it. Picked up by Turnus, all alone. Will take a shot and blocked into the corner. Now to the point, Rob. The shot. And that hits a Rustler. The referee thought Isman made the save, but it was actually the player in front. Back to the point at Scottapole, intercepted, and now brought out by number 2 of the Rustlers, which is Aykroyd. It's in front of the Imperials net, but sent down the ice for a quick icing call. We'll go back to the Imperials end. Puck sent down the ice for another icing. The point shot. Wide, picked up by Stettler. 9.5 minutes to go. Bardwell a move. Couldn't quite make it happen. Now Berg has it. To Dicker. The pass grabbed by Cassidy, stolen away. Cassidy couldn't quite grab the loose puck there. Has to take the long way home. Loses the puck in the process. Stollery has it now. And Cassidy passes it over. Out in front. No one could grab it. To the point, right. Passes it to Walker. Back to right. There's a shot by Wright, just goes wide. Stettler couldn't get a stick on it for a tip. Back to Wright. To Houston. Takes one up high. That'll be a high stick for sure. Extra man is on the ice now. There's a shot, rebound, and the power play for the Imperials is upcoming. Norman gets it on the Stettler Imperials power play. There's a shot. Grabbed by an Imperial. But the Rustlers are able to clear the zone. All right, so Stettler is on the power play for a minute and a half longer here. That's Norman. A lot of ice time for Norman tonight. Turnus with it. Kistner tried to get the puck back, but stolen by the Rustlers, and Kistner has to go back and grab it. Now with some speed, it's Kistner. Behind the net. Drops to Norman. Norman has to be quick to make a play. Puck gets out of the zone with 50 seconds to go. There's Houston. Tries to make a move inside. Takes a hit. Kistner passes it up to Cassidy. Cassidy now by himself behind the net. Everyone catches up and a shot. Back on the stick of Rost. Out in front. It's available. And the Rustlers can't get it out. The penalty is coming to an end. Walker passes it over to Houston. Back to Rost. The shot. Wide. Walker picks it up. And that penalty has come to an end. It is now full strength and picked up by Jackson. And a big collision. There's a shot, Rost. And a save by the Rustlers netminder. Make sure to be here at the Stettler Rec Center or watch it live on December 12th as Stettler hosts Coronation. Here's Dicker, number 86 for the Rustlers. Good stick from the Imperial player there. Now a couple players scrapping. Dicker getting into it with Brower. Both players will go to the box. That one looked like it was a little bit more Rustler than Imperial, but they'll both go to the box just to mitigate anything further. With only 5 minutes to go in the hockey game. And Stettler is getting the extra one, I guess, for that punch at the end, but I would argue it was probably more of a Rustlers penalty to begin with. But here we are. Rustlers on the power play, down 7-1. Back to Gosselin of the Rustlers. They're looking for a second goal of the evening. Shot blocked in front. Down low and covered up. Was loose for a second, but covered by Thielman. Kept in at the point. Berg sends it in. All right, so now the Imperials and the Rustlers are getting at it. Obviously animosity after a couple of questionable hits. Punches have been thrown. And I'll just let you sit back and enjoy this one, folks. You can hear Kistner, he's looking for a scrap, but the referees won't allow it, sending both players off the ice. Well, as they figure this out, I'll mention quickly as well that we still have our second periods available for sponsorship on the live stream. So if you have a company or you know someone or you're employed with a company you think might be interested in being a part of our broadcast at Hometown Productions and Media, make sure to give us a call. We'd love to partner up with you. Wright gets it stolen by Berg. A move, a backhand, and a goal. And it's 7-2. And there's Wright with it again. Misses Tucker, and they'll call an icing. Tucker was close to beating that one out. Here's Wright with it. Score is 7-2. Another giveaway by Wright, and Thielman bails him out this time. Now picked up by Bardwell. Makes a move to the outside. Gets taken down, and they'll call a penalty. They'll call a hold on that one. Stettler goes to the power play. And quite a few Rustlers in the box right now. Stettler's on the power play. Move inside, and puck goes wide, ends up on Turnus's stick. Out in front, there's a shot. It's loose for a second, and now you've got Turnus picking it up. Can't get it to the net cleanly, so Turnus has to pick it up. Turnus makes a shot, and a save by the Rustlers netminder. Shots 54-24. Stettler's just been peppering the netminder. There's a shot and a goal. And that's a hat trick for Walker, as a few hats are somehow making their way to the ice. And it's 8-2 on this Saturday night in Stettler. Cassidy breaks through, 2-on-2. Pass doesn't make it to Cassidy. That power play goal makes it 8-2. Stettler's offense coming alive tonight. Back to the point. There's a shot blocked in front, and Stettler can't quite keep it in the zone. There's Norman. To Stullery. To Norman. A shot on net. Save made. There was a rebound picked up by the Imperials. Just over a minute to go. Stettler looking for their 9th. Back to the point. Norman. A shot. Hits the stick of the netminder. And you heard Eric George on the mic. 1 minute to go in this hockey game. An opportunity for the Rustlers, but a nice poke check from Stettler. Stettler is going to improve to 5 wins, 0 losses in regulation, and 1 overtime loss on the season. "26 seconds to go. And Dicker passes it over to Jackson. Wright's there. Skates past the puck. Now kept in by the Rustlers. And there's going to be a penalty with the game essentially over. 2 seconds to go in the game, and they're going to call something. At the end of this game, a late hooking call, I believe. But that'll do it. They'll run the clock down, and Stettler Imperials come up with a big win in front of their home crowd. Final score, 8 Stettler, 2 Wainwright. Thanks for joining us. We're Hometown Productions and Media. Final shots on goal, as you can see on the screen, 59-24. Have a wonderful night and enjoy what's left of the weekend. We'll talk to you next time. Take care.